that you had a consciousness-shattering mystical experience at one point in which you experienced…
Many points.
At many points, but maybe one very significant one that made you feel more in touch with all that was around you. What can you describe that mystical experience that you had?
I don't think I can ever articulate what happened within me as such, because what happened within me then and what happens within me even today, it'll never be articulated because it is just beyond any kind of logical statement. But if we have to put some kind of description to it, it is just that what I always thought as myself just broke on that day. In the sense, I always thought this is me and that's somebody else. I had no issues with somebody else. But on that day when I sat on this on this rock on top of a small hill, suddenly I did not know which is me, which is not me. What was me was all over the place. That may sound logically like insanity, but that is the reality of existence. If one breaks the bubble of one's persona, what is you is just all over the place. As you sit here, what you exhale, the trees are inhaling. What the trees exhale, you are inhaling. It's just that it's not in your experience. Suppose you sit here and experience this, suddenly your whole fundamental perception of life is altered. So, whatever I had perceived as myself, whatever I had perceived as the other, what is this, what is that, kind of evaporated within me. So, the very basis of how we perceive and make conclusions about life was completely taken away from me on that day.
I don't think that sounds insane, because I had similar experiences with psychedelic drugs. But what brought about this experience? Just one day? I mean, was there a set of circumstances that brought this experience on?
The word yoga literally means union. That means the individual and the universal becomes one. I've been practicing yoga since I was 12 years of age, but I never thought it is going to lead me in this direction. I was just doing it for my physical well-being and mental prowess. It definitely gave me that, it set me apart. Physically and mentally, it set me apart in any group of people. But I never imagined something else is there to it. So, if you take psychedelic drugs chemically, it creates a certain experience from within you. What the chemistry does is a kind of a chemical drama which in turn creates a psychological drama. That's not what I'm talking about. This is beyond the psychological, this is beyond the chemistry of who you are. Yes, it impacts your chemistry in a huge way, but essentially what's happening is the bubble that you have created as myself, that's broken. Not because of any stimuli from either outside or from inside, simply because that is the nature of life. This is a living cosmos. You blew your own bubble and you think you're it. If you break the bubble,